Looking for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home under $300,000? Welcome to the Cali at Taylor Groves in Lake Wales, Florida. Right as you walk into the Cali, the first thing you're going to notice is that it's very bright and airy. On the left, right as you walk in, is a small closet, like a coat closet. And then, as you walk down the hallway, to the left again, you've got your first bedroom. And this bedroom's probably about 10 by 10, 10 by 11. And you've got your closet here. Lots of windows, lots of light. Huge window here. I don't think the mural comes with the house, but it's pretty cool though. Okay, so as you come out of this bedroom, the bathroom, the hall bathroom is straight to your left. And so you've got a half bath here. And you come back out and you've got your second bedroom and closet. Very nice. By the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Vince Reina. I'm a local realtor here in Central Florida. If you have any questions or need to ask about the areas, or if you want to just take a really good look at this house or any of the others on my channel, make sure you let me know. You can reach me at talkwithvince.com, where you can fill out my contact form and I'll get back to you. If not, you can go ahead and call me at 863-220-8260. Again, that's 863-220-8260. And I'll look forward to having a conversation with you. All right, let's continue the tour. All right, so we come out of the hallway, and you've got another hall closet. And then to the right is another bedroom. And this one, they've got it kind of decked out as an office. And then you have the closet, until they're making good use of that closet. Now, as you come out of here, you've got a laundry room. And it's a small laundry room, but it's it'll be big enough. And then you come into the living room and the master bedroom. So the master bedroom is very large, very nice sized master bedroom. And the master bedroom window lets in a ton of light. So it's really, really bright and airy in here. You've got a double vanity. And your shower stall. Now you've got one closet here. Given that this is a smaller closet, I've got a feeling this is going to be for whoever doesn't end up having as many clothes, and we know who that's going to be. And this is the big closet, the big walk-in closet. And then you have your water closet. So as you come out of the master bedroom closet, or master bedroom, oh my gosh, as you come out of the master bedroom bathroom, whoo, to your right, as you leave the master bedroom, is the living room. And so you've got a nice living room. You've got a big dining room area. And we're going to come back around here and take a look at the small patio. Now the patio is a little bit small, but it's enough room to just hang out and enjoy, the scenery, enjoy talking with the neighbors or just reading or doing whatever you want to do. The dining room area is pretty large, and then you have the kitchen. And so the kitchen cabinets, pretty spacious. And all Whirlpool appliances. So that's pretty nice. And you've got a nice pantry here. So you've got a great pantry. And again, all Whirlpool appliances, including the microwave, the range, the refrigerator, and the dishwasher. Now this home is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. I know when we looked at the bathroom in the hallway and between the 2 bedrooms, that was a half bath, but when it's finished out, because this is the model home, when it's finished out, it's going to be a 4-2 with a 2-car garage. So let's head back to the office, take a look at where this home is and where Taylor Groves is, and then let's talk a little bit about Lake Wales and what's around here and what you can expect when you move here. All right, see you guys in the office. So the home we just walked through is the Cali. And the Cali model is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, 2-car garage, and about 1,828 square feet. I'm going to show you the front of the Cali model in the brochure. And what I want you to notice here is there are 4 different styles of the Cali model, but not each of those styles is going to be available at the same community. So depending on which community you're looking at, Taylor Grove is going to have one style of the Cali, and then another community might have a completely different style of the Cali. That's usually how it kind of works out. Now, there might be, you know, more than one style in some communities and only one style in another. Kind of depends. But that is what the Cali looks like, and I'm going to pull up the floor plan so you can see the floor plan here. And so the floor plan is pretty basic, 2-car garage, 4-bedroom. The rooms, well, the rooms are pretty decent size. You've got bedroom number 1 is 12 by 15. You've got bedroom number 2 is 10 by 11 roughly. 10 by 11 for bedroom number 3, and then 11 by 11 for bedroom number 4. They're fairly decent sized bedrooms, but bear in mind, this home is a home that is under 300,000. Now, how far under 300,000 is going to kind of depend. Builders sometimes will have deals going on at the end of the year. They may reduce the price a little bit more and then bump it back up at the beginning of the year. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Now, there is another home that's a little bit smaller and less expensive, and that one is going to be the Aria. I think I've got that pronounced properly. And so let's take a look at so the other one they have available is the Aria. Now, this one's a little bit smaller. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 2-car garage still, but it's 1,672 square feet, and it is a lot less than the Cali is. Now, as far as the floor plan goes, the master bedroom, 13 by 14, not a bad master bedroom. The other bedrooms are 11 and a half by 10 and a half ish. And so they're decent sized bedrooms, but this is a small home or smaller home. It's not 1,000 or 1,100 square foot. It's 1,600 and some odd. So it's going to be a good home if you're downsizing, if you're just starting out, and under 300,000. I think this one might actually be under 275. That's pretty good deal for a home that you can move into today. So if you have questions about this home, let me know. And let's move on to Lake Wales. If we look here on the map and we go up to 27 and I-4 and then head south, we're going to head right into Lake Wales. Now, the interesting thing about Lake Wales is not only can you get to it from I-4 at 27, but you can also get to it from 60. Now, to kind of give you a better idea of State Road 60 in Lake Wales and where you can go from there, if you head west on 60, you're going to end up in Tampa. So you'll go through Bartow, Mulberry, Valrico, end up in Tampa, and then you can go across the Courtney Campbell Causeway and right out to the beaches. That may not be the best way to get to the beaches, but it is one way. If you go the other way on 60 heading east through Yeehaw Junction, you're going to end up at Vero Beach. So from one coast to the other, you can travel straight down 60. Now, if you want to go south, you can actually take 27 all the way south and basically end up in Miami. So that would be heading 27 all the way south. So that gives you a little bit better idea of, what the deal is with Lake Wales in terms of where it's at. You have a lot of options in terms of how to get to different places in the state, how to get up into Orlando, how to get into Tampa, get to the beaches, get to the other coast, whatever you want to do. Now, the other thing that you want to look at with where Lake Wales is located, there is going to be an extension to the 570 Parkway that's going to go into either Mulberry or Bartow. I'm not really sure which one right now, but they've already started working on this. So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to take 60 to, say, the 570 here in Bartow or Mulberry, and then jump straight on to the 570 to head out to Tampa or Orlando if you're, not wanting to go straight up 27. 27 can be a little bit packed with traffic. I-4 can be packed with traffic. Florida is packed with traffic, but it's going to give you another option for getting around. So I just wanted to kind of cover that with you. We're going to talk about Spook Hill. We're going to talk about the Lake Wales History Museum and a couple of other things. The Westgate River Ranch Resort and Rodeo. We're going to talk about a little bit of those things in a minute, but I wanted to give you an idea as to where Lake Wales was, what's around there. All right, let's talk some more. So let's talk a little bit about what's around Lake Wales and what things are interesting, what things are fun to do, and what it might be like to live there. Now, Lake Wales is a fairly small town. It's actually smaller than Winter Haven, probably smaller than Auburndale, Lakeland, or any of the other towns around there. It's probably comparable in size to Dundee, maybe. And so it is a pretty small town, and it does have some interesting things. So you've got Bok Tower Gardens. Now, Bok Tower has been around forever. It's been around since like 1929. It sits up about 295 feet actually above sea level, and it's 205 feet tall. And it is famous for the gardens, but also for the 57 bells within the tower that make music and all of that good stuff. And so it's an attraction. It's a place to go and picnic. It's a place to go and look at. It's very, very popular, and it's kind of a fun thing to do on an afternoon, especially in the cooler temperatures where you can kind of just, get out and walk the gardens. The other thing is there's a Lake Wales History Museum. Now, the History Museum is kind of small, but it does give you a pretty good idea of what it was like in Lake Wales back at the turn of the century and as they were building the railroads and, getting all of the processes done for that. And so that's kind of cool. And the other thing is, and this is really, this is one of those oddball ones, but the other thing is Spook Hill. So this is a really popular tourist spot when it comes to Lake Wales. And basically, it's considered a gravitational phenomenon. I love that word, phenomenon. Anyhow, so basically, you pull up to a line in the road and you sit there with your vehicle in neutral, and you will literally go up the hill backwards. It looks like you're going up the hill backwards. It's just the weirdest thing. And so if you get a chance to experience it, it's pretty cool. All right, so then let's talk about some activities that you might be interested in knowing more about. So let's start with hiking and biking trails, because I know that a lot of people are very active nowadays and they want to be able to go for walks, or they want to be able to go hiking, they want to be able to go biking. And so there are a number of different possibilities. Lake Wales Trailway, which is a little over like 2.5 miles, a little bit less than that. There's the Lake Wales Ridge State Forest. That's a good one to try to say 5 times. But that one offers an extensive network of trails. So there's a ton of trails there. There's the Arbuckle Track, which is 17.4 miles. There's the Walk and Water Track, which is another 2.5 miles. And Hesperides Track, which I think has a trail, and then I think it goes around Dinner Lake. So you've got some options there. There are probably a few that I'm missing, but those are kind of the main ones. Lake Kissimmee is very close, and I have personally been to Lake Kissimmee a number of times. I've camped there, I've hiked there, and it's pretty good. Lake Kissimmee River Park or State Park is fantastic, beautiful scenery, lots of wildlife. Bring your camera, and especially if you have a very long telephoto lens. There are a number of golf courses around, but not in Lake Wales. Like I said, Lake Wales is pretty small. Now, shopping, the biggest thing that they have there is the Eagle Ridge Mall, which is an indoor mall, but they also have started some newer outdoor malls, as well as a lot of other shopping. The only thing I can tell you about that right now is that it's an ongoing process. The closest thing you have past that would be Winter Haven or Lakeland, which is anywhere from 20 to a half an hour to 40 minutes away, depending on which way you want to go. Winter Haven is going to be closer, Lakeland's going to be a little bit further, and then North Lakeland's going to be even a little bit further. But there is enough shopping in Lake Wales, especially at the mall, for you to be able to get what you need, and then you can always make those larger trips down the line. Now, as far as like a Sam's Club or something like that, we've already said that Costco is, they're considering us a redheaded stepchild. Polk County does not get a Costco, but we have two different Sam's Clubs, one in South Lakeland, one in North Lakeland. So you have your options there. Now, when it comes to health care, and this is another big thing, the main hospital in Lake Wales is Advent Health Lake Wales. Now, I have had, and my wife have had, personal experiences with Advent Health. Advent Health has been fantastic. Aside from Advent Health, the other close hospitals would be Winter Haven and Lakeland Regional. Lakeland Regional Health would be my top bet if I was going to go into Lakeland. But Advent Health would be my top pick if I was going to stay in the Lake Wales area. I love Advent Health. I've said that numerous times, and I'm not really crazy about Winter Haven. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. You can look online and see what's going on with them. Now, those are the biggest hospitals around. When it comes to other attractions, you've got Legoland in Winter Haven. You've got Westgate River Ranch Resort and Rodeo. Now, this is actually really interesting. Westgate River Ranch Resort and Rodeo is a dude ranch. It's like a real dude ranch where you can go and ride horses and herd cattle and do all the stuff that cowboys do. And you can camp there. So if you've got a tent and you want to camp, it's like $29 a day. If you want to, glamp and have, really nice facilities, really nice lodges or lodging, you can get, crazy with it, 200-300, sometimes a little bit more than that a night. And so, you have a lot of options, but it's just a really neat way to learn a little bit about, cowboying and have an experience. So that's really cool. And then, of course, Lake Kissimmee State Park is about 15 miles away. And so you have some options there as well for some outdoor activities. Though I will tell you, if you're going to go down the trails, and I've done this, if you're going to go down the trails in Lake Kissimmee, make sure you have a really good trail map. If you get a chance to talk to somebody at the trailhead or talk to somebody at the office, make sure you know exactly which trails you're going to take and how long it takes to walk them and how far you want to go, and make sure you bring plenty of water and you have at least a couple of different communication devices in case something happens. We happened to go out there and do a hike years ago, and we weren't very prepared. We did have communication, so we were good there. We did have water, but we didn't really know the trails that well. And oh man, we got lost, and we wanted to only do about 3 or 4 miles. We ended up doing about 9. So be careful with that, and you'll be fine. All right. When it comes to pickleball, I know a lot of you guys are pickleball fans. I can understand that. Lake Wales Tennis Courts has a pickleball court. Lake Wales Pickleball, so there's actually a Lake Wales Pickleball. And then you have other options in Winter Haven and other areas close by, but those are the two biggest. Albert Kirkland Senior Gymnasium has pickleball. And I think South Lake Wales Church of God. So yeah, you've got about 4 options there. Now, let's see here. I think aside from that, I think that's pretty much what I had for you in terms of Lake Wales. There's, not a lot to do in Lake Wales, so it's very low key. It's and there is something else I forgot to say. When it comes to Lake Wales, they have a very, very active, thriving art community, and so art. They have an art gallery. It used to be a Catholic church. They have an art gallery there, and they also have a lot of antique shops. And so there are options during certain seasons where you may have an art festival. You're going to have different art galleries. You're going to have antiques and antique shops. So if you're into that, that might be something else for you to check out. So, all right, that's what I've got for you. If you need anything, if you have any questions, or if you are looking for one of these homes to take a view of or to move into, make sure you let me know. All my information is down in the comment section or the description below, and I'll talk to you on the next video.